Konnichiwa, Limpeshi, Singapore, Samurai desu. Hi everybody, here I am in Yushinryu HQ, Yushinkan HQ here in Osaka, Japan. And today I'm celebrating my 1000th Tameshigiri cut! Yay! As you can see here, I have my Tameshigiri cuts. Each cut has 10 sessions. Each session is 4 tatamis. And each tatami is about an average of 5 cuts. So finishing 5 cards means I have done 1000 Tameshigiri cuts, and all within just 1.5 months. It's crazy. Most of my seniors take about 1 year, 6 months to a year, and depending on how consistent they are, and some of them even take like 2 or 3 years just to get to 5 cards. And I've done it all in just 1.5 months, and I can tell you what an amazing journey it has been, and how much I've improved. So let's take a look at my journey, my cuts, all the way from day 1. Let's go! So this is my very first day, my very first Tameshigiri session. Ooh. As you can see in our Ryoha, we actually practice with both swords. As you can see from my obi, my belt, you have the saya for the wakizashi and my katana as well. And as you can see, very noobish and looking very fat then. So this is week 1, focusing on my geisha for the first 100 cuts of my samurai career. As you can see, I can't even cut with a geisha at all. This is the most basic cut ever. But as you can see, slowly through the week, I begin to get it, but it's not that consistent. And at this point, as you can see, my stance is very high and very unstable, and I'm moving my body a lot into each cut, so every cut becomes very inconsistent. And this is week 2, going to my 200th cuts. And by week 2, I pretty much became consistent with the basic geisha, and the focus of the week becomes my gyaku geisha. As you can see here, geisha very consistent, but gyaku geisha, yeah, that's the thing. And gyaku geisha is very difficult in our Ryoha because we wear both the katana and wakizashi. As you can see, the wakizashi sticking out from my belt. That gets in the way a lot when performing a gyaku geisha. Also, by week 2, I'm becoming more adventurous and start working on my katate-giri, which is a one-handed cards. And at this time, week 2, because my arms were still very weak, didn't have enough strength and muscles to do the one-handed cuts well, so it remains very bad. As you can see, gyaku is so hard at that time. So at this time, as you can see, my stance remains really high and really unstable. And this is really not what our Ryoha is about. Our Ryoha is about strong, stable stance and very strong cuts. Week 3 and going to my 300 cuts. And this week, I continue to have problems with my gyaku geisha. And that week was a really important week because that was the week that I joined the All Japan Tameshigiri competition. And so this week I was practicing my tournament cut a lot. As you can see, gyaku geisha at this point early in the week continues to be a problem, but as the week progresses towards as we near the date for the tournament, my yoko became the problem, which is the horizontal cut. And if you have any experience with Tameshigiri, you know that the horizontal yoko cut or the dogiri, it's really for a beginner the most difficult thing to do. And as you can see in this video, yeah, that's it. I failed on the dogiri, which is the yoko or the horizontal cut. Try again. And this time, bam! I did the horizontal, but it's not that good. So this is the tournament itself. my cut starts with a katate, which is very hard. Again, as you can see, I failed on the one-handed cut because I didn't have enough strength to pull it off at that time, week 3 of the training. But I still did get the gyaku gesa and the yoko off really nicely. Welcome to week 4, and by this week onwards I was doubling up on my cutting practice, so this is my 600 cut week. As you can see, by this week my basic cuts, which is the gesa and the gyaku gesa, are very consistent by now. But the same problem remains. As you can see in this clip here, my stance remains high and very unstable. My legs were shifting all over during the cut itself, and because of the constant shifting, it creates very inconsistent cuts. I know a lot of Ryu Ha, they actually teach stepping into your cut and using your body into your cut and things like that. Those methods are fine if you are just cutting a single tatami. But in our Ryu Ha, we're training towards cutting 8 tatamis at once, okay, as the ultimate goal. So if you're gonna cut more than 1 tatami at a time, like going through more than 1 tatami at a time, shifting your body around is going to change the angle your blade travels halfway, and your cut will fail. So that's why in our Ryu Ha, this kind of method is a no-no. It's we use very strong stance, strong tenouchi, a lot of focus on the snap and wrist power. As you can see in week 4, my focus really is to fix my stance, to cut from a really strong stance. Week 5 and going into my 800th cut. Now this week I'm really focused on getting the strong stance kind of style of cutting right. So here is my sensei in normal everyday clothing showing me how he does it. Strong stance, not moving the body at all, and just using your arms and tenouchi to just make the cut like this. See, the body barely moves at all. So yeah, I continue to train the... Oh, and as you can see, by week 5, my katate, which is my single-handed cut, has become very strong because from all the suburi, really gained a lot of muscles by week 5. And so yeah, my single-hand cuts has become a lot better. As you can see in this segment here, really getting it down, strong stance, not moving, not shifting my legs, just using my arms and raw power to cut. And welcome to week 6, the week of my 1000th cut. Yeah, as you can see, by week 6 my single-handed katate-giri has become super strong, and I can swing the sword with just one arm, my right arm actually, super fast and strong. And this week I continue to work on cutting from a strong stance. As you can see, my body is still dipping quite a bit. Another katate, look at that, how strong my katate has become by week 6. Still working on not stepping into the cut. Still working on, yep, like this. Very strong, step in, poise and cut without using the body. This is my Ryu Ha style, by the way. Yeah, every Ryu Ha has your own style. Every Ryu Ha has their own reason for cutting in a certain way. This is my Ryu Ha, Yushinryu. So yep, as you can see, step in, strong stance, and then just cut with the arm and snapping with the tenouchi. Tenouchi is like everything in our Ryu Ha. That's why our sensei, 80 years old, his wrists continue to be super strong. And also by this week, as you can see, my snap is my snap is very strong right now, so my sword is traveling very fast. You compare this with my first 2 weeks videos up just now, you see a huge difference in the speed at which I swing my sword. This is the result of all the suburi training up a stronger wrist and having a much stronger snap and tenouchi. So the result of such a method of cutting and the Yushinryu style of cutting is a cut that looks very strong and stable, rather than, as you can see in my first 2 weeks, looking graceful and kind of dancey. This is the yushinryu cut. Strong, stable, and very aggressive, very powerful.
Oh, nice.
As such, after 1000 cuts, I was able to attain the perfect stance, speed, and angle to produce the tomezan. Yeah, this is the highlight of my career. And yeah, that's it guys. My next goal will be 1000 tatamis, not just cuts, but 1000 tatamis. Now 1000 tatami is the official recognized what's that milestone here in Yushinryu. Okay, so 1000 cuts is my own milestone, but 1000 tatami is the real goal here in Yushinryu, Osaka, and that would be 25 cards, alright? And if I really keep this up, it's still gonna take me like 6 months to a year just to do 1000 tatamis. So yeah, ganbarimasu! Continue to stay tuned to my progress. Annyeong.